In this video, I'm going to show you the latest enhancement that we've done over the last couple days. It's the ability to enter in absolute and universe and start channel type of addresses for the strings. So the first thing you do is you would go to your network, your E131 configuration, and typically people set these universes to 510 channels. So we'll go ahead and set the first one to 510 and hit clone universe, and we'll clone it 63 times. And what that does is it sets up 64 universes to be received and automatically fills out the addressing information to have it store the data within the internal buffers. Most users don't need to worry about that. They just need to hit clone and then bring it in. But if you did need to set your universes, you would just set it up as you would in your sequence software and make it match that. And then you hit save. Okay, now on the string ports, there's a new box here that's called universe start channel. It's called addressing mode, and you can select either universe, you can either select absolute addressing, or you could select universe start channel. And there's a little question mark here that when you click it, it gives you a little screen that comes up that shows you exactly what each mode is. Absolute channel addressing is used in FPP, X-Lights, LSP, Vixen 2.0. I'm not sure about Vixen 3. I kind of want to say it's a little bit of both. I thought I remember seeing the addresses going past 512 on the start addresses, but I could be wrong. So it might be universe start channel. Universe start channel is the mode where you actually need to put in the universe number next to the string and the start channel, and the start channel is always less than 512. So one good indication is if your sequencer has start channels that are always less than 512 and it doesn't go past 512, chances are you're using universe/start channel, and we can close that. So once you pick your mode, you can switch back and forth between the two, but when you pick absolute addressing, you see that the start channel always wants to increment. So where one leaves off, the next one picks up, and they're typically not overlapping and they're usually not the same. Whereas when you're in, and then I would also state that there's no place to put in the universe, it automatically gets rid of that column. When you switch to universe start channel, which would be like for lore users, you see there's a place to put the universe number in and then the start channel. This will always be less than 512, and you know that extra place is there to have those two fields. Now the cloning tool works the same no matter what you're doing, which mode you're using. So for example, if we were, let's go ahead and get rid of these virtual strings and just go back down to the core 16 strings that you have. Let's say that you had a large string of 680 nodes and you wanted to, you know, you were going to have 5 of those in a row. What we could do is just specify the universe channel, the start channel of the first one, which is 1 and 1, and then 680 is the count. You would set the group, whether it's forward, all the parameters like you normally would. If you notice it live on the spot tells you exactly what the end universe is and the end channel will be. So as we type in here, it will go ahead and change that. As we change this here, you see the end channels changing. It just so happens that 680 pixels, when you have a 510 channel universes, will be right at the last channel of the fourth universe. So now if we wanted to create, let's say 10 more of those, we could just hit clone and clone it times 9, and it'll automatically fill everything in, and you see that it calculates all the start addresses and the end universes, just so you can get an idea where you're at, but it does calculate everything out for you. And then you'd hit save and you'd send the settings to the controller. And if you switch back to address mode, it'll show you the absolute addresses. So you can switch back and forth if you wanted to without losing any data or anything between the two modes. So that's kind of how this is working. It was put in there because there's a lot of lower users, and having them try to convert their channels to absolute channel mode would just put just put a burden on them that I didn't want to have that placed on them. So that just makes it a little bit easier. I hope you enjoyed the video.